Hello, my name is Charlotte, and I'm going to be conducting a brief, short mindfulness session. This session will comprise 3 components of mindfulness using the senses, progressive muscle relaxation, and deep diaphragmatic breathing. So for those who've never practiced mindfulness before, you're probably asking, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is really about directing our attention inwards. It's about being in the present moment and making discoveries about what sensations we're feeling, what thoughts and emotions we're having in that present moment. So for example, when distractions occur, such as a bird singing or a memory resurfacing, we just acknowledge, bring that into awareness, and just simply let it go. Mindfulness is simply the practice of being in the here and now. But more importantly, it's about being able to just let things go. Mindfulness has been proven to act as an antidote to those negative thought patterns that we can sometimes find ourselves being consumed with. It's about having compassion for ourselves, kindness towards ourselves, and acceptance. It's not being consumed with what's been and gone in the past, or thinking about the future of what's going to happen. So it doesn't concern any of the what ifs, but it's all about being in the present moment. Some of the benefits to mindfulness are that it can help reduce anxiety, stress and fatigue. It can bring a welcome relief from depression and low mood. It can be wonderful for sleep, and it can also be beneficial towards our immune system in helping us to have a stronger immune system. Because when we relax is a time when our bodies repair themselves. Our mental health is just as important as our physical health, and we can't separate the two. So before we start this mindfulness session, I'd just like you to ensure that you're in a nice, safe place, that it's somewhere that you can feel relaxed, although even though life still goes on all around, you may still hear noises outside of your immediate environment, that's okay. But just knowing that you are either sat still or lying down, somewhere that you can relax. So mindfulness is not to be done when you're driving or you're concentrating on something. It's more about doing this when you can just find those 10-15 minutes of where you can just let go. So for the first part of this session, it involves having our eyes open, and then for the remainder, having our eyes closed. So the first part is all about connecting to what we can see. So I'd like you just to briefly name, bringing into awareness, 5 things that you can see. So trying not to hold on to these names of things or giving too much thought to what you can see, but just briefly and gently acknowledging what you can see. Mindfulness is all about connecting to the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And this is what I would like you to do for the whole of the session, just to try and slow everything down. Mindfulness is almost like being an anchor in the water, while life and your thoughts are the waves that ebb and flow. Mindfulness practice is just about learning to be still in a busy world. Now name 4 things that you can hear. So for the duration of the session now, I'd like you just to close your eyes and just briefly name what you can hear. 4 things, so my voice will be one of them. Anything outside of your immediate environment. 3 things that you can feel. So you'll be able to feel the temperature against your skin. How warm or how cold the temperature feels right now. 2 things that you can smell. And 1 thing that we can taste. So we're just learning just to be mindful, connecting to our senses of what we can see, what we can hear, what we can feel, what we can smell, and what we can taste. And we're just giving ourselves permission just to be calm, just to be still, and just to be present. We don't have anything to do right now. We don't have anywhere to be right now. We don't have to think right now. But just listening to my voice. Imagining my voice being soothing and calming and warm. So sometimes when we're trying to relax our mind, our bodies can often feel quite tense. Pockets of tension can gather in certain parts of our body when we feel tense. So it's about trying to find where those pockets of tension lie. And this can be called a body scan. So this is just being aware of where those pockets of tension gather. This next exercise is very similar to a body scan. It's called progressive muscle relaxation, and it allows us to voluntarily tense and relax our muscles one by one. So we're just trying to go that little bit deeper, slowing things down a little bit more. Our heart rate will be getting lower, our breathing is slower and deeper, our blood pressure will have dropped, and we're just starting to experience a nice feeling of calm, a nice sense of peace, and an overall sense of well-being. So I'd like you just to start in your right foot. Just place some tension in your right foot. So just squeezing the muscles together. So this should never feel uncomfortable, or it should never feel painful. But just so you know the difference between feeling tense and feeling relaxed. And when you're ready, just release the muscles. And now we move up into our right calf. and we tense the muscle in our right calf. So we tense the muscle and we hold the tension, holding for as long as we can, just squeezing that muscle together. And when we feel ready, we just let all the tension go. So remember, mindfulness practice is all about acceptance, just giving brief awareness to things and letting things go. So we now move into our right thigh and we squeeze the muscle in our right thigh. And we squeeze in the muscle, we squeeze together. Just holding the muscle for as long as we can. And when we feel ready, we just let all the tension just fade away. And then we move into our left leg and into our left foot, and we squeeze the muscles together in our left foot. So we squeeze the muscle and we hold, and just keep holding. And when we're ready, we just let all the tension go, letting everything fade away. Just imagining our thoughts drifting out from the tops of our heads and falling down a nice, cool, gentle stream. It's all about letting things go. And then we move into our left calf and we hold the muscle. So just squeezing that muscle so we know the difference between feeling tense and feeling relaxed. Squeezing the muscle together, holding for as long as we can, and then when we feel ready, just letting all that tension go, letting all that tension just fade away. And then we move into our left thigh and we squeeze the muscle, squeezing the muscle, holding the muscle for as long as we can. And when we're ready, just letting all the tension just fade away. And then we move into our tummy area and we squeeze our tummy muscles together. So we just squeeze the tummy muscles, really squeeze and just hold tension. And when we feel ready, we just let all the tension go. And then we move into our right arm and we form a fist, and the tension goes from our fist up our forearm into our bicep and into our shoulders, and we just hold the tension and we hold it for as long as we can. And when we feel ready, we just let all the tension fade away. And then we move into our left arm and we do the same. We form a fist and we feel the tension running from our fist up our forearm, into our bicep, into our shoulder, and we squeeze the muscles together and just hold the tension, holding for as long as we can. And when we feel ready, we just let all the tension just fade away. And then if it feels okay to do so, we can just tense the muscles in our neck and our face, just squeezing those muscles together, just so we feel the difference between being tense and being relaxed. All all the while just focusing on the breath of breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So now our breathing will be deeper and slower and more rhythmic. We're just going to do a few minutes of what's called progressive and deep diaphragmatic breathing. So this means what it is to breathe in for the same amount of air as to breathe out for the same amount of air. We breathe from our diaphragm, from our tummy area, and as we breathe in, we feel our tummy expand, and when we breathe out, we feel our tummy area retract. So we breathe in for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. So I'd like you just to get into a nice, slow rhythm, whatever works for you, or you may prefer to breathe in for 3, hold for 2, and breathe out for 5. But it's all about trying to get yourself into a nice, slow, deep rhythm of breathing in through your nose, hold for 2 seconds, and exhale. Always exhaling on the out breath through your mouth and breathing in through your nose. Nice, slow, deep, rhythmic breaths. Just imagining those thoughts just going out of your mind and just simply floating down a nice, cool, gentle, slow running stream. Still focusing on your breath of breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Trying to breathe in for the same amount of seconds as you exhale. But acknowledging that it's all on the out breath. So when you breathe out, it's about letting everything go. So just take a few more deep breaths. And when you're ready, I'd like you just to take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and gently open your eyes and just bring yourself back into awareness. Familiarize yourself with the light. Do a stretch or a yawn, whatever feels comfortable for you, and just really try and connect with the better way that you feel right now. You feel more relaxed, more at peace, more centered. I do hope you've enjoyed this short mindfulness session. I do hope you can practice this on a regular basis. And I wish you well. Remember, have compassion for yourself, have kindness for yourself, and do take care. Thank you.